If you are someone who struggles with disorganization, often feels lost in the chaos of your finances, and thinks that everything is just too complicated, then this video is made for you. Today, I will be sharing some tips on how you can organize and simplify your financial life. The act of sitting down to budget, invest, save, and set goals can be intimidating and tedious. And if you're someone who has things all over the place, this process can just become overwhelming. So when it comes to simplifying your finances, let's kick things off by exploring ways to make money management more enjoyable. How can you transform this tedious task of crunching numbers into something pleasurable? Forget about sitting at your desk surrounded by a mountain of paperwork, a calculator, and a face that seems like you have given up on life. That's not gonna work. One way I find helpful to perform things that I would rather avoid is creating a rewarding system to incentivize myself. For example, let's say you are a coffee person and going to your local coffee shop is an activity that you always look forward to. Perhaps you could combine the experience of being at your favorite coffee shop, grabbing a brew, and even treating yourself to a brownie with the tasks of pulling out your notebook or your phone and tackle your financial stuff right there. Or let's say you're more of a homebody who enjoys a glass of wine. Create a cozy atmosphere with some lit candles, play some jazz music at the background, and give yourself 30 minutes to go over your finances. Come on, get creative. I'm sure you're not tied down by rigid routines or structures, so you have a more creative and flexible approach to life, which comes very handy right now. If there is someone who knows how to work around disorganization, that person is you. One tiny observation here. Don't be too hard on yourself. When you set aside time, you don't have to jump in with both feet right away. Start small, like handling a financial task here and there, or simply checking some numbers. Break down those big to-do items into smaller, more manageable steps. For example, instead of panicking about needing to start investing for retirement, take this big task and ask yourself, what needs to be done first to accomplish it? Probably the first step will be to research retirement options and take your time to understand the differences. Then on your next personal financial check-in, you can move on to exploring passive investment strategies and how they match to your style. Finally, the next thing you will accomplish is creating an account and setting up automatic contributions. But for this to work, you have to make a pact with yourself. Mark on your calendar that every, let's say, Friday, you will create a cozy environment where you will dedicate a focused 30 minutes to tackle one of the steps that will help you get your financial life in order. By turning this boring task into something you actually look forward to, it's more likely to become a regular part of your routine. This is how habits are formed, by creating incentives for yourself. Now, if you are someone who has a lot of tasks and responsibilities and frequently forgets important dates, using a financial calendar can be a real game changer. A financial calendar is simply a tool that helps you visualize how your money flows, where it's coming from and where it's going, and it can simplify managing your finances. So here's how you can get started. First, decide if you want to use a digital calendar on your phone or computer, or a physical one like a planner or a wall calendar. Whichever you choose, make sure it's something you will actually use. Set it up specifically for your finances, because this keeps it separate from your personal or work-related events. Start by listing all your sources of income. This includes things like your salary, rental income, or any other money that comes in regularly, and write down the dates when you expect to receive these funds. Next, make a list of all your regular monthly expenses like rent or mortgage, utilities, insurance, loan payments, and be sure to note the due dates for each of these bills. And I recommend setting up the recurring event feature on your calendar if you're using a digital one, because it creates reminders for all your income sources and expenses. This way you will never forget when a payment is due or when you expect to receive money. And for your financial goals, you can schedule contributions just like you would for your bills and also treat them as something you can't skip. To make things even clearer, you can color code or categorize your income and expenses. This will help you quickly see what's on your calendar. And when it comes to special occasions like birthday or holidays, you can also use your financial calendar to plan for them. The key to making this work is finding an approach that fits your style. There's something out there for everyone, so there is no excuse for not taking care of your money. Another tool that can significantly simplify your financial life and keep things organized is a budgeting app. There are so many ways to track your spending and establish a budgeting system. However, for someone taking steps to tackle their financial chaos, I strongly suggest starting with a budgeting app. Something like this could be your worst enemy, so let's put that aside and let's keep things simple here. Here's how you're gonna do it. Try to choose a budgeting app that suits your preferences. There are many options available, such as Mint and YNAB, but you can also search for budgeting apps online, and I'm sure you're gonna find plenty. Each app offers different features, but one common one is the ability to connect to your bank accounts, credit cards, and other financial accounts and automatically track your spending and income without requiring much effort from you. The app will allow you to create your spending plan in which you will list categories for your expenses such as housing, groceries, transportation, and so on. Then you will set a spending limit for each category based on your financial goals. And as you go about on your daily life, the app will record your spending. When you use a credit card or make a purchase, it will log that transaction and categorize it for you, and you can see exactly where your money is going right within the app. Of course, for cash expenses, you will need to make it a habit to manually record those. Now, if you're not comfortable giving the app access to your accounts, you can also do all of this manually. Simply set aside some time, whether it's daily or weekly, to review your transactions and record them in the app. The goal here is to discover a budgeting system and style that will work for you in the long run. Personally, I have tried so many budgeting systems and styles, and I've found that there is no right or wrong. Each method will suit a type of need and personality. I love using a planner to track my spending, and I review it weekly, but that's just me. Maybe as a disorganized person, you'll find that writing down things in a notebook just makes you procrastinate or gets you even more lost in the process. That's why I think that a budgeting app being an automated system could really be helpful. The number one rule for building a healthy financial life is to create the habit of paying yourself first. This means making your financial goals a top priority and setting aside a portion of your paycheck for them before you start paying bills or spending on other things. Some people naturally prioritize saving and investing, but this behavior isn't common for everyone. Not everyone has developed this habit yet. So if you are a disorganized person who tends to procrastinate and lacks consistency but wants to cultivate good financial habits, I highly recommend using prompts to motivate yourself. One of these prompts is setting reminders in your calendar, as I have already mentioned, and another effective one is automating your savings and investments. These are straightforward methods that can nudge you toward developing the behavior of setting aside money and, of course, help you stay on track while gradually building your financial reserve. Setting up automated contributions is very simple. You can contact your bank to arrange direct transfers from your checking account to your savings or investment account. This can be scheduled on a monthly or bi-weekly basis, aligning with your payday. Or if your employer offers direct deposit, you can request that a portion of your salary be deposited directly into those accounts. From there, you're going to review your goals and make adjustments as needed. If you have an employer-sponsored retirement account with automatic contributions like a 401k, you already know how this is a no-brainer and can help you establish a financial foundation regardless of your organization's skills. But if you don't have one set up, it's time to give it a try. Speaking of skills, if you want to get familiar with investing and wealth building, but you don't know where to start and you feel intimidated, you should check out this video that I made where I share 3 investment funds every beginner should know and how to get started with investing. These were my 4 tips to help you organize and simplify your financial life. But if you have any tricks or methods that worked for you, please feel free to share it with us. As always, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.